Well, I think so. The people loved him, even those who were suspicious of him at the start because he was a Catholic, found that he was not trying to advance the Catholic Church hierarchy's agenda. He wasn't trying to put public money into church schools the way the Bush so-called faith-based initiatives have done. He wasn't sending an ambassador to the Vatican as though it were a state. He was not blocking reproductive freedom for women. In fact, he was the first president, ironic as the first Catholic president, he was the first president to support United Nations World Population Limitation programs. So people got over those early suspicions, and they found that in one program after another, whether it was the Peace Corps or the space program aiming to go to the moon, or his peaceful resolution of the crisis in Berlin, and above all, his ability to persuade the Soviets to withdraw their nuclear missiles from Cuba without the United States firing a shot, yes, I think people realized that was an unusual presidency, and Kennedy was an unusual man. Well, that's hard to say, because for me it hasn't changed at all. There have been 1,000 or more books written about Kennedy. Some of them have been scurrilous, based upon rumors about his private life that had almost no basis of fact. And to what limited extent they had a basis in fact, his misconduct in his relations with other women paled in comparison to what we have seen in the White House since. So I think that on the whole, people realize, and those old enough remember, that the Kennedy White House years were very special years when Americans of all races, religions, ages, parties could respect the United States, could look forward to presidential press conferences. We weren't just reading about what the Soviet Union was doing. We were interested in reading what the United States was doing, the new Kennedy initiatives, the new ideas that poured forth, a new agency for disarmament and arms control, for example, a new attack on the problems of mental health and mental retardation in this country. So despite the revisionist books, there have also been a number of other books. Some of them have gone overboard the other way. Camelot is a nice story, it's a nice myth, and I suppose one might say, yes, there was one brief shining moment in our history, and that was the Kennedy presidency. But Camelot is about people who were gods. We weren't gods. We had a president who was unusually dedicated, committed, objective, and he appointed a team in the White House and the cabinet that felt and acted as he did. But we made mistakes. The Bay of Pigs was a huge mistake, and there were, I'm sure, others. All of this is going to be reviewed in some frank detail in my book, my memoirs, when they come out in May.